First here tonight at 6:30, LMPD says they now have a suspect in custody for a shooting in the Russell neighborhood that left one man dead. Thank you for joining us here. I'm Alex Dieterer. The shooting happened last night at a house off Cedar Street. Officers say they found a man inside the home who had been shot in the face. He was pronounced dead at the scene, and LMPD says the suspect is now charged with murder, domestic violence, and she's now currently being held in Louisville Metro Corrections. We're continuing our coverage tonight of the deadly UPS plane crash. This week, the National Transportation Safety Board released its preliminary report on its investigation into the deadly crash that happened earlier this month. That crash killed 14 people, and the NTSB report confirmed 23 others were injured. Video during the final stages of takeoff show the left engine and pylon departed from the plane. That's when the engine caught fire in the air. According to the 12-page report, investigators said the plane's taxi and takeoff were uneventful until the plane began to lift off the ground, saying that the aft left engine pylon mount cracked due to fatigue cracks in addition to areas of overstress failure. The report said the plane was not late or overdue on any maintenance. And businesses and families are still struggling after that plane crash. One family has been out of work since the crash and still drives the same van they escaped from the plane in. WHAS11's Clarice Shaley heard the mother of that family's thoughts with the release of the preliminary report.
Anxiety.
Mary Ballinger in her van.
I mean, I can feel my body jumping. And it's like that even for my kids, you know, a constant reminder of
the same van.
We almost died in here.
Ballinger drove to see her husband at work on Grade Lane November 4th when she says the UPS plane came toward them.
Now to get my 6-year-old in the van, it's a fight. He just, like this.
Every plane passing by is a reminder.
Seeing airplanes, hearing them, and then hearing them and not seeing them makes it even worse.
She and her granddaughter went to the hospital with injuries that day. Since then, her husband, the sole provider for her family, has been out of work. Ballinger says they've only been able to pay rent from donations they've received. The NTSB preliminary report released Thursday includes these images of Flight 2976's final stage of takeoff. One shows the plane's left engine and pylon separate from the wing. The report identifies fatigue cracks around the left engine pylon.
I feel like it's unfair to us to struggle. You know, we're not normally struggling. Why do we have to struggle now because of UPS?
Ballinger believing because of UPS's negligence, the company should be helping out more, like paying for her family's therapy. Clarice Shaley, WHAS11 on your side.
Ballinger's family is still collecting donations to continue to make payments and prepare for the holidays. We've got details on how to help on our website. And to stay up to date on our latest coverage of this still developing story, you can visit our website at WHAS11.com, or you can continue watching right here on WHAS11 Plus. Just download our Plus app on your phone or smart TV and watch for free. JCPS is considering changing dismissal times again. JCPS Superintendent Dr. Brian Yearwood's proposal would move start times and dismissal times about 20 minutes earlier. Now, this news just comes a day after Yearwood's proposal to close and merge certain schools. He also admitted that layoffs are a possibility. All of this change is coming as the district faces a $188 million budget deficit. This is Dr. Yearwood's plan. He recommends closing Zachary Taylor Elementary, moving Waller-Williams Environmental, consolidating King Elementary into Maupin Elementary, and relocating the TAP School. JCPS is also proposing the closure of Liberty High School, which was initially created to serve students who are behind academically and are working to recover credits. The district says it's no longer needed as a standalone school. Yearwood says the school closures and consolidations are due to low enrollment and cost. Hundreds of students and at least 165 teachers and staff are expected to be impacted by these changes. Yearwood says these changes could save $4 million, adding that the district is also looking at the sale of buildings, which would bring in more money for the district.
This reflects really the harsh reality for school districts that school districts are experiencing across our country. This week alone, at least 2 other school districts announced very similar closings and consolidations. Very similar.
We're not playing with y'all. We don't want y'all to close this school down because of your so-called money situation. This school deserves better.
Yearwood also said that layoffs are not off the table as the district tries to right the $188 million shortfall. In a statement shared with WHAS11 today, Jefferson County Teachers Association President Maddie Shepard said in part, quote, during previous situations of closings or consolidations, we have worked with the district to encourage transparency regarding staffing plans, clear guarantees of job security, and thoughtful placement processes that honor both experience and the needs of our schools, as well as the commitments in our contract, end quote. A former University of Kentucky football player faces an attempted murder charge after a stabbing incident at the University of Alabama Birmingham's practice facility. The university said 20-year-old Daniel Mincy was taken into custody this afternoon after allegedly assaulting 2 of his teammates at UAB's facilities earlier this morning. The lineman redshirted his freshman season at UK, transferring to UAB in May. UAB police and public safety say the injuries are believed to not be life-threatening and that there is no threat to campus. Mincy has been charged with aggravated assault and attempted murder. Despite the incident, the team elected to play their afternoon game today against USF. Blanket Louisville, a local nonprofit dedicated to helping Louisville's unhoused population, honored a young teen battling leukemia today, showing their thanks for her years of service to her community. 15-year-old Caitlin Clements is a regular volunteer for Blanket Louisville's yearly collection. But sadly, this Saturday marked the first time in 10 years she couldn't participate due to a leukemia diagnosis. Blanket Louisville decided to honor Caitlin's years of service by dedicating today's drive to her. They called it Caitlin's Collection. Over 1,500 blankets were given out today, and now Caitlin will go on to receive chemotherapy and radiation treatments to fight her diagnosis.